So Hayden Wilds leads that list of contenders. The Kiwi just needs a podium to take out the title. Vincent Lewis, in his last ever short course race, joins him at Crown Racing as well. Podium racing led by Berger, but look out for Nina and Connix, who's the 2023 world champion. Vilasa was the winner last time out, and Alex Yee heads up Brownlee Racing, which also includes the big name Jonathan Brownlee. Into the water, nice and clean on the far left, Stapley on the far right, McQueen and 14 are the very best in short course racing in between them. And conditions getting more and more blustery, more difficult in the swim. We second out of the water, McQueen first. So the points could go to Stars and Stripes unless Lewis can really sprint past him at the back end of this one, because the line for that is at the end, but he won't. McQueen will get the top points. Solid transition from McQueen, so likely a short shoot for Stars and Stripes, and in fact they'll come out, well, nearly 1-2. All 4 Stars and Stripes athletes in that top 6. Yannis Seguin is in there as well. The Rome World Cup winner, the Frenchman who comes in on debut in this one. Never easy to do that, but he's found himself in the front pack after a solid swim, and there he is, second to last with Yee on the back there. Helwig as well. That's Berger off the front. Now, to catch you up on the title permutations, Hayden Wild, well, he has a 5-point gap. A podium finish will see him win it all. Berger needs a win, and for Wild to finish 4th or lower. And at the moment, as it stands, which obviously there's a long way to go, but as it stands, he would be the winner. Helwig needs a win and Wild to finish 5th or lower. Berger off the front, Vilasa, then Lewis, then Yee's moved up to 4th. Helwig as well there in the top 5 as they come off the bike and onto the black carpet. The bike short shoot is available as well. The first one went to Stars and Stripes. Can they do what they did, or what Brownlee did last time out, and deny anyone the bike short shoot? It looks like Podium's going to pick it up, because it was a great transition from Berger, who comes out on the run ahead of Vilasa. And Hayden Wild has got his helmet on. Was he watching John Lahair in the women's race? Alex Yee goes to the front, Vilasa and now Berger, and these 3 will try to work together, and it's Helwig and the man in the helmet in 4th and 5th position.
Alex Yee looking very, very relaxed at the moment.
Yeah, he is, but he always looks like that, doesn't he? And when he really targets a race, he's going to do it. And here we go for the other short shoot. Brownlee wants it. Brownlee wants it. And Stars and Stripes want to deny it. And we're going to have to get the photo finish on that one.
Vilasa got it, didn't he, I think, by the looks of things?
Well, yeah, the graphic says Vasco Vilasa, so we'll go with that until we hear something different. Yep, we're confirmed that Vilasa did take it. So Stars and Stripes deny Brownlee a short shoot.
Tim, you've got a short shoot there behind you, ready to give out. You've got Leo, contender here, and you've got some teammates around him. How are you going to pull this one off?
Well, you know, they need to race from the front. We didn't have the best first swim, but Leo, Yannis, and now Dorian had a great run. Dorian is in really good run form, so we need to try and have a fast run on this second race to get some more points. But I think it's going for the overall, and we're trying to pack them up the top, just like Jean and Leone did.
It's Vasco Vilasa, as it was after the first swim, now really pushing the pace. Vincent Luis is trying to go with him.
Wild has really put himself in there, hasn't he? And he's brought that back. It was 20 seconds. It's come back to 8 seconds. He needs to finish on the podium to guarantee himself the overall win as well. Vilasa, having come off that win in Toulouse, I think he's just brought himself a lot of self-belief.
Oh, he's down!
He's gone down. We put the mockers on him, and just like happened to Taylor Spivey, another Stars and Stripes athlete, this time on the turn before. Vasco Vilasa loses the front in the lead again. Terrible result.
And that's really disappointing for Vasco Vilasa, who was just about to put on the most brilliant display of racing. And of course, for Stars and Stripes, those are vital points that they need.
Parker, I cannot believe we're here again. You've had your head in your hands. What happened?
Yeah, it looks like Vasco went down in the exact same place that Taylor did earlier today, so can't catch that great of a break right now between these 2 races where we had both leaders go down, but Vasco's a tough athlete. I think that he can still make up some ground, and we still have Tim Helwig and Pierre up there.
Okay, well, the group led by Wild, probably the best bike handler out there. They're following his line, and they're following Yannis Seguin. as we head out now onto the second run. And let's see, yep, the helmet comes off from Hayden Wilde this time. Decided he didn't like that tactic. He's going to go with the normal one. Confirmation, though, that Yanis Seguin has a 5-second penalty, and I think he dismounted after the line. And we're seeing something what we see so often. In fact, right now, you've got the Olympic gold medalist being chased by the Olympic silver medalist, being chased by the Olympic bronze medalist. We've got our entire podium in order. Yee, Wilde, Bergier off the front. And then we've got Dorian Connix, the 2023 world champ, Hellwig, Brownlee, Seguin and Lewis, with Seguin having a 5-second penalty, and he can serve it on this lap if he chooses to. But right now, the whole Paris podium is going down the red carpet here in Saudi Arabia. Now, if you look also at the short shoots, neither Brownlee Racing, which is Yee, or Crown Racing, which is Wilde, have the opportunity to get one. There is one for podium racing, which is for Connix and Bergier, either one of them, depending on what Tim Don decides to do, but it is a straight and honest fight to the finish between Wilde, who now takes the lead, and Yee. Confirmation of the short shoots. I believe it is Tim Hellwig who's going to pick up the Stars and Stripes short shoot, and fair enough because he's in the top 5. And Leo Bergier will be handed the short shoot and fair enough because he is the one who's in title contention.
We just see Vasco Velarza there has fallen at 90 seconds down, so he is eliminated from this race. He was so frustrated because he was about to deliver us a very exciting race.
And Wilde, well, he knows he's got probably the best runner in triathlon right behind him, so he's going to need to have one of the all-time bike legs, which he's very, very capable of, and he won't be worrying about having people to work with at this stage. He'll just be putting everything into it. Wilde's thinking about Yee, Yee's thinking about Wilde, and Bergier's thinking, I've got the short shoe, and these guys don't. So I need to remember that as the shoes come off and we head into transition for the very last time in season 2024. And where would you rather be than having the 3 guys, as Yee has a little bit of an issue with his bike, the 3 guys who have contended across all short course triathlon in all competitions over the last couple of years, with 1.6 kilometres between them and a race win here at the back end of 2024. And it's Wilde who comes out first, Yee last, but we've seen him eat up massive leads before, and Wilde does what he did in Paris and goes out really hard on the first lap, trying to keep a gap this time. It evaporated in the last 300 metres back then. What happens this time? It's anyone's guess.
We know if it finishes in this position, as we can see now, Wilde first, Leo Bergier second, Alex Yee third, that it will be Wilde who takes the title. Bergier will be second, but third place is all to play for. You'd have to say it's Hellwig there as Leo Bergier takes that short shoot and just cruises into the lead.
Well, it's actually handy for Hayden Wilde because he just gets a tack onto the back of Bergier and hopefully put some time in, and it looks like a little gap's forming to Yee. Now, can he respond?
Oh, goodness me, can Alex Yee draw on those track days? Let's have a look. He's come up onto the shoulder now of Hayden Wilde.
He's come up, he's gotten rid of Bergier for the moment, and suddenly it is as it was in Boston all those rounds ago, all those months ago, exactly like this. And can he measure that run again? It was a 2-second gap, it's gone back to none. We've got 300 metres to go now, and it is Wilde and Yee. It's what we all wanted to see.
This has to be the very best ever final 400 metres I think that we have ever seen in the 6 years of super tri racing. Alex Yee looks a little bit relaxed now as Leo Bergier goes into the lead.
And it's Bergier in the front at the moment, and now it's Yee who's going to kick down the inside. I don't think Bergier's going to get him. Wilde's in third position, but it's a sprint from Alex Yee, and he's timed it perfectly, I think. Here comes Wilde on the outside of Bergier, and I don't think he's going to get him, just as it was in Boston, as it is in Saudi Arabia. Alex Yee gets him again. Hayden Wilde in second, but he is your overall champion, and it looks like Leo Bergier second overall in the championship.
The points are so crucial this year, and actually coming into NEOM, you get actually quite nervous because last time I won the series, all I had to do was top 7. So, having to get a podium was a bit nerve-wracking over the day.
Second place then from Hayden Wild means first place in the overall. All he needed was that podium, and he finishes 7 points clear of Leo Berger, who finishes in third as he did in Paris. Tim Helwig up into third on debut. Great work from him. Alex Xi elevates himself into fourth, and Dorian Connick rounds out the top 5 with Vincent Lewis finishing 6th in his last short course season here in Saudi Arabia.